Hi everyone, I am Steven, otherwise known as Biqtch Puddin, and today on my channel we're going to be doing a pride makeup look. But before we get into the makeup, become a little bitch today and hit the subscribe button. I've been doing drag for 9 years, and over the course of those 9 years, I've kind of realized what works in the heat and what doesn't work in the heat. So let's get into the makeup look. First things first, we gotta block these brows down. I'm gonna take a glue stick and I'm gonna do semicircles, run it through, and then comb it through with the spoolie that's a little damp. If you are a working ghoul, shave them off. I personally have gender dysmorphia when I do that, so I like to keep my brows on. The trick to this is making sure it dries before you apply your next layer. So I'm gonna take my time and let it dry. Then I'm gonna press it down with some powder. And I'm going to then apply another layer of glue stick and powder, and I'm gonna repeat this about 3 to 4 times. What you want is something that is gonna stay throughout the heat. Now, if you know how to use Pros-Aid, I would use Pros-Aid, but since I'm air conditioning today, I'm gonna use this glue stick and it's gonna do it just fine. Okay, ghouls. We have blocked our brows down and now we're gonna get into the foundation. I'm using something today with a little bit of SPF. I highly recommend that because you're gonna be out in the sun, even though we are gonna be with layers of makeup on. Sunscreen is important. You need it for your face. So I'm using a moisturizer that has sunscreen in it. Now we gotta prime the skin for this house paint we're about to deck our face with. I'm gonna use a primer that works for me, but use whatever you got in your kitchen sink, baby. And then I'm gonna go over with a nice full coverage concealer in my problem areas, which is gonna be where my facial hair is and my brows are, and also underneath my eyes. Then I'm gonna use a kind of medium to full coverage foundation on my not so problem areas, so most of the face will be covered with that. Then I'm gonna blend that out with that Rainbow Beauty Blender, which is super cute and fun. Happy Pride, y'all. And then I'm gonna add a highlight, blend that out, and then I'm gonna set it with a powder and brush it away. So now we got our foundation on. We're a newborn baby. Now we're gonna draw on some eyebrows. I like using felt tip pens that are made for your eyeliners. I like repurposing those for my brows because I can get a little bit more control, but whatever you like to use for your brows is perfect for this next step. First, I'm gonna go with a lighter shade, then I'm gonna go with over top of it with a darker shade. I'm gonna take a white cream and cut the under parts of my eyebrows to make sure that they're symmetrical. I'm using white to cut this, so also it has a better pop on stage. So the dark brows will really contrast with the bright neon colors I'll be wearing. Then I'm gonna set it with a neutral powder, and I'm also gonna pack on a more opaque white shadow. All right, now we're gonna get to the fun part, the eyeshadow, which I'm really excited about because I'm gonna try to do a neon rainbow today. I'm gonna use a lot of shadow, so it's gonna prime my eyes with some eyeshadow primer. I'm gonna put some powder underneath my eyes. That way, if any fallout catches it, it won't ruin my foundation underneath. This won't be a problem for you if you do your eyes first. Otherwise, you'll have rainbow all over your face. And I know it looks ghost white, but this is literally just neutral setting powder. Now we're gonna get to the fun part, the eyeshadow. So we're gonna do a dark pink to a hot pink to an orange to a yellow. And I'm gonna blend that out. I'm using loose powders. This is tricky, but I want that pigmentation, babe. Now I'm taking loose shadows in purple to a nice chartreuse. That's a neon yellow green highlighter, baby. And I'm going to make a beautiful gradient over here. I'm using the same thing I did on the other side. It's a loose shadow pigment, but baby, and with a wish and a prayer, hopefully it'll look good. If not, we're just gonna slap glitter on it. Oh, maybe this will look good. Hopefully. I just made that shade. Look how pretty it is. Look. So for those who didn't know, every color of the rainbow means something for the LGBTQ+ community. Pink means sexuality. Red means life. I'll probably put red on my lips at some point. Orange means healing. Yellow means sunlight. Woo! Green means nature. Okay. Turquoise for art. There's turquoise right here, I think. Indigo for harmony. And violet for spirit. And that is the rainbow. Well, my first Pride was 11 years ago, and I went to DC. I just got home from college, and I was recently out. gay man. It's really interesting. I didn't know that much. My connection to the queer community at that point was a little website called Tumblr, and not to be twisted with the dirty side of Tumblr. For me, it was the first time I was experienced to queer culture, queer history. Through that, I found out who Marsha P. Johnson was, the whole Stonewall riots. My first time going out to a bar, I went with a couple of friends. Gay flirting is weird, right? I literally thought people wanted to fight me or they hated me. Right before I went, I had some money because I had a summer job at the time. It was one of those first checks I got. I went to Hot Topic for the first time. And I had just come out, and I always growing up wanted to buy something on the girl's side of the room. And I'd not been able to do that before. And I'll never forget the feeling of walking over proudly and being able to pick something up and buying it because I wanted to wear it. I bought that shirt and I bought it for Pride, and I felt so awesome in it. The stupid thing of it is, it's just clothes. Like, if you want to wear a dress, wear a dress. It doesn't matter who you are or what you identify as. If you want to wear a dress, if you want to wear heels, if you want to wear a tie, if you want to wear a suit, just do it. They're just clothes. Up at that point in my life, I was just so scared to like wear something over there because I felt like I had to dress a certain way. Because I would put something on and someone would really like attack me or like make fun of me or say something to me. So I was just so controlled on to not have anyone say something to me going through school. You finally are ready, jump in, okay? So my parents were really cool, but I don't think they realized that, like, girl, not only I was gay, but I'm a drag queen. I didn't know what that was, but honey, there was a queen underneath there. I don't think they were ready for that aspect of it. You can turn on the TV and see so much representation from our community now. I didn't have this content. I had Tumblr. Modern Family might have just come out, but let's be honest, that couple never actually had. But prior to that, it was either him from the Powerpuff Girls or it was a queer character on Law & Order SVU and they died. The education that my parents had, there was no people in the media to kind of give a positive representation. It was just literally like being queer was a death sentence because they grew up like in the Reagan era. It kind of took them time and I came out like guns blazing. Now they're totally Biqtch Puddin fans, like they're great. I'm really lucky and have awesome parents. But that's not the case for everybody. And I really try to strive to be a beacon and provide space for those who don't have that. And I don't take what I have for granted at all, but I also try to use my voice and my platform to provide mentorship, kindness, and most importantly, love. Let's get back to the makeup. Stop crying. Now we're gonna cut my lid, baby. We're gonna cut the lid with a beautiful shimmer shadow, and it's gonna dry matte, which I love, but it's still got some shimmer to it. Then I'm gonna do a liquid eyeliner on my lid. And then also we're gonna pop in some contacts. Isn't this so much fun? Then I'm gonna water my waterline with a dark colored pencil. The shadow we put on our whole face, we're gonna brush that away. And hopefully all the mistakes, all the fallout, will just float on away. I'm also adding glitter on top of the chartreuse and yellow shadow on the inner eye to make them pop a little bit more. Now I'm gonna contour my face, apply blush and highlighter. Just use whatever ones you like, because the main star of the show is this beautiful eyeshadow that we got on, baby. All right, now divas, we're gonna contour. I'm taking a neutral beige shade and we're going in. We don't wanna go too crazy with the contour or the blush. I know what you're thinking. Blush on the chin? Yes, why not? And then I'm also gonna go in with some highlighter. I'm gonna highlight the T-zone and my nose, and we're also gonna get the under part of our brows. Now, Mary, I know you shaved, okay? And I know you put cream concealer on there, but go over one more time before you put that lip on. A, it's gonna make that lip pop more, and also it's gonna make sure that beard don't show up after 3 hours in the gig. Take your time with your makeup at Pride so you look right, you know, for the photographs that will be taken, so you can post, so you get more bookings. Or if you just want to look lovely and post it. Trick to gluing on lashes, kids, is let them dry. Get the tacky. You can blow on it like that, just dry heat. my signature lash. I do it on occasion, but I got it from an old friend named Monica Van Pelt, who actually passed away this last year. She's an iconic Atlanta drag queen. Thought I'd celebrate and do this little nod to her. I saw her putting this on. She cut up a big lash and just put it on her lower lash like this. And I just thought it looked so cool. So on Dragula, I like wore it a lot. Now you're gonna set it all with some setting spray. A normal setting spray is fine, but what the setting spray you need for an environment like Pride, where it's gonna be hot, you're gonna be in the club, you're gonna be doing a whole bunch of different things, is gonna be this spray right here. It's called Green Marble, and that's because there's a marble in here that breaks up the product when you shake it. And you wanna shake it up really well. It smells chemically, but trust and believe that this mug will now be waterproof. Your lashes, not so much. All right, so we just finished the makeup tutorial. I'm so feeling my Pride boots right now, but we gotta put on some outfits. We gotta put on some drag. This is just the makeup. I'm about to transform in 3, 2, 1. Yes, get into the mug, honey. I got the rainbow on, but this lime green shade, this chartreuse, if you will, is my drag mother's favorite color. And for those who don't know, Kiara, the only Aeon, is my drag mother. And sadly, she passed away about a month ago. It's just been kind of a journey for me. And I said earlier, you get to pick your own family, right? She was the one that kind of showed me how fierce your femininity can be. And it was how powerful it was and how she owned it, regardless if she was in or out of drag. She was just this like phenom, this spirit. And she was relentless. Ever since she passed, I've kind of seen this color wherever I go, especially when I'm in drag. Her spirit is just kind of following me. So when you get to choose your family, that's your family regardless in this realm or the next. And regardless if your biological parents are amazing, or it's your queer parents, or your trans parents, or your chosen parents. All those kind of people have a huge influence on you. And it's a really beautiful thing. And for me, that's what Pride is about, is just being unapologetically yourself and living openly and proudly on who you are. But what Pride is to you, let me know in the comments below. I would love your thoughts on that. And if you're new here and you're like, I don't know what the f I'm watching, well, you might as well hit subscribe. You know you're enjoying this good time, right? I mean, I look pretty. I'm Biqtch Puddin, thank you for watching, and I will smell you next time. Happy Pride, everybody!